It has been pointed out that the annual budget of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare was larger than the annual budget of any country on Earth, with the exception of the United States and Russia. True, true. In spite of that department's reorganization, we've been able to call together one more time the great Department of Health, Education, and Welfare Tabernacle Choir.
Education and welfare, to your million employees unfurled, you don't seem so much like a department. You seem more like the third largest nation in the world. Rampant rivers of regulation, mighty mountains of paperwork. If you stretched out your red tape, who could measure its girth? So we sing to your help. Education and welfare, mighty, mightiest department on this earth. Rampant rivers of regulations, mighty mountains of paperwork. If you stretched out your red tape, who could measure its girth? So we sing to your help. Education and welfare, mighty, mightiest department on this
When the country was young, paying your taxes was relatively simple. You know, a few pennies here and there. But as the country grew...
Oh, the federal budget, the wonderful, fanciful federal budget. Oh, how can the people in Washington judge it? They can't. For the budget that used to be 300 million is suddenly hovering at 600 billion. One morning we'll wake up and find it's a trillion. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
One morning we'll wake up and find it's a trillion. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
If the government hasn't the money, what on earth will the government do? Well, we're now at the part that gets funny. They'll come take it from me and you.
They'll come take it from me and you.
And the budget you see is the budget you got. It may seem like an Alice in Wonderland plot, but the sooner you realize that it is not, the better off you'll be. With a budget that's built like a dinosaur, we should dump it just outside of Baltimore. With the feds and the jumping, we're stuck with this lump of a gift for you and me. If you hear that the budget is balanced, don't believe everything that you hear. The same people would probably tell you that the Easter Bunny is here.
That the Easter Bunny is here.
And the budget you see is the budget you got. It may seem like an Alice in Wonderland plot, but the sooner you realize that it is not, the better off you'll be. With a budget that's built like a dinosaur, we should dump it just outside of Baltimore. But the feds are the jump, and we're stuck with this lump. With the feds are the jump, and we're stuck with this lump of a gift for you and me.
In other words, one of the ways the government raises the money to pay for all those things in the federal budget is by taxing people.
Right, that's right. And the greatest of these is the income tax as collected by the IRS. No, listen. A lot of people fear an audit by the IRS, but, you know, it's no big deal.
Stanley V. Freberg?
Right here.
So, Mr. Freberg, you have never before been audited by the Internal Revenue Service?
Well,
Answer.
I asked my good friend, distinguished author Ray Bradbury, to drop by tonight. Ray, tell us, what do you think of the federal budget as literature?
I don't know about that, but this is some of the greatest science fiction I've ever read.
Well, it's just about that time of day when all the people in our great federal establishment get off work. You know, the White House, Cabinet, Senate, House of Representatives, and all those agencies, otherwise known as the great bureaucracy of the United States government. Hark, I think I hear them now.
Make way for the great bureaucracy. Stand by for a war on poverty. And though it's possible you're not poor, it's true. You may be eligible before we're through. Who cares if your taxes may be steep? You'll have a portion you may keep.
Unless, of course, we need some more. You know the way expenses seem to soar.
And after all, who did you think would end up paying for what's known as the great bureaucracy? Three cheers for the great bureaucracy. Beloved by the universe are we. We're more adaptable than we've ever been.
Our foreign policy is just penciled in.
We've got a new attitude, you see. Let's call it flexibility.
One day a hawk, next day a dove. Both birds together working hand in glove.
And when you've got that kind of image, folks have got to love what's known as the great bureaucracy.
Hats off to the new economy.
From all inflation we are free. Our budget now, one happy blend. All money problems will be brought to an end.
Don't you wish somebody tell you what we're smoking, my friend?
Up here at the great bureaucracy.